Dr. Dewayne Wilkins is with us in studio today. Dr. Wilkins is our Chief Financial Officer, and today we're talking a little more about our bond election coming up this May. So Dr. Wilkins, thanks for being with us.
Thank you for having us. I'm excited to be here and talk about this topic.
Of course. So there's been a lot of discussion around our bond election, around the tax rate. So first of all, tell us a little bit about how a bond election is related to the tax rate.
Okay, in order to have a bond election, we have to approve the debt, to incur the debt. And the way we can pay the debt back is through part of the tax rate. That's our INS side. And so we are going to maintain a 17.5-cent INS rate that we have maintained for many years and still be able to incur this debt.
And for folks who might know what INS is, tell us a little bit more about what that is.
So that's our interest and sinking fund. And so what that is used for, that's used to pay for just bond debt. So things like capital renewal projects, additions, renovations, new buildings, things of that nature.
So as we've talked about the 2025 bond, we are telling people in our presentations to provide facts that we're not asking for a tax rate increase. So can you tell our viewers, how is that possible when we're asking for a $290 million bond package?
Yes. So over the years, we have done bonds here at Lubbock ISD, and through paying those bonds down and off, we are able to free up capacity and still maintain a 17.5-cent tax rate while incurring the $290 million.
And the clarification is, sometimes there's some confusion between property taxes and tax rate increase. So it's not saying that your property taxes won't go up. It's saying that we're not asking for a change to your tax rate.
Correct.
Because property taxes are assessed by the Lubbock Central Appraisal District, and we don't do anything with property values. We just are asking for the taxation to be at the same rate.
That is correct. There are three things. There's the tax rate, which is broken into M&O and INS, and then there's your appraisal. The appraisal is LCAD. The M&O, so you have that tax rate that is set by the state. We control the INS. That's the only thing we control.
And so for people, when they get their tax bill and they see Lubbock ISD on there, it's just one amount for them, but just like you're saying, it's actually two amounts for us whenever we get it. And one is that operations budget, our daily operations, that includes staff salaries, all those things. And then the other part of that is the INS rate.
Yes, that is correct. So that one side, you're exactly right. That's the side that we can pay for salaries, we can pay for resources, operational things, utilities, things of that nature. The INS side is all of our capital renewal and our capital projects.
And then what would you say to people who might say, well, this is a great opportunity to give teachers a pay increase with a bond election?
It is actually written in the statute that we cannot give teacher pay raises with a bond. We cannot pay for salaries with a bond. So that is actually written in statute. We cannot do that. It is against the law, so we can only do capital projects with it.
But if we're able to shift some of the maintenance costs that we would pay out of our operations budget to a bond election, where we're paying out of INS, with the INS tax rate, we might be able to free up some money for our teachers, which we'd love to do.
You're exactly right. And so when we can free up those things like electrical projects, plumbing projects, HVAC, things that have to be repaired, that are constantly reoccurring, if we can shift those to the INS side, that does free up M&O money that we can then do teacher pay raises and things of that nature.
Absolutely.